Good afternoon and welcome to This Girl is on Fire. I am Kathy Connor, your host. I'm here with the amazing Esta Crompton with EJN Financial. And I'm super excited about today's episode. It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've been on. I'm happy to be here. If you are watching this video on our social media, please add a comment where you're watching from. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment. We'll make sure that we get those questions answered. So Esta, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kathy. Glad to be here. Excited to be here.
You have an amazing story, and I'd like to ask you a little bit about you and what you like to do for fun, about your family. Tell us a little bit, about your history.
Okay. Oh my God. What do I like to do for fun? Well, I work a lot. I have a beautiful family. I have 5 grandchildren. 2 are graduating USF next week.
Nice.
And 20 twin grandchildren, a 17-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And I have 4 children. So they take up time.
How many grandchildren?
5.
5 grandchildren. Boys, girls?
3 girls and 2 boys.
3 girls and 2 boys. I have 2 girls, and as of last week, I have a grandson.
I know. He's beautiful. I've seen him on Facebook.
He's a cutie, my little bambino.
Grandparents are everything.
Oh, yes.
You could give them sugar and it's like, here.
I know. Well, they could do no wrong. It's totally different than we were raising our kids.
Right.
So I do know a little bit about you, Esta, and I know that, you survived a serious accident. And what I'm hoping is by sharing your story, you are, you're an inspiration to other women or men to have gone through the same thing. You want to share a little bit about that?
In 87, I was a passenger in a vehicle, not wearing a safety belt. I was hit by a drunk driver and stuck on the windshield. And before that happened, my dream was to go to FIT New York, to be involved somehow, some way in fashion. And because of my accident, I had to find another career. And doing research, reading books, listening to videos, I decided real estate would be my next profession. And I thought it'd be really good with my surgeries that I would have to do to become a real estate investor.
Fantastic. I'm so happy that you didn't let that deter you from, doing what you want to do. So that's kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
So let's talk. What do you like to do for fun?
So right now I work a lot and, spending time with the family, going places.
There's an old rule. Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard. I know it is when you're trying to make things happen and you're juggling many things. You want to, it's a balance. It truly is. And sometimes it's difficult, especially when you have that mindset. You're like, I'm going to make it happen. And, Let's talk about your business.
So I talked to you about, wanting to get into real estate, become a real estate investor. So that was a challenge. Not the real estate investor part, but the broker part, the financing part, because no one told you the truth. Misrepresentation, promises, closing dates that never happen. And I couldn't understand why it was so hard. And the other investors had the same issue. And we needed that to get to the next deal. And, searching, I found a broker that I really liked. And I asked them if I could stay in the process with them because I didn't want that to happen again. And, watching and learning, it's like, wow, I really like doing this. And I was able to help myself and help other investors. And as time went on, I wanted to work with buyers and realtors. And the realtor said to me, well, we'll give you some of our hard deals first because you can't get the easy ones. You have to earn that. So I did. I worked with them and the buyers with challenges. And I just really loved helping people and making a difference in their lives. And so I was known for that.
I love that. So what you do is your business, you're a lending company, and you work with individuals that have difficulty obtaining loans or securing loans with banks or other institutions.
Yeah. So most of my mortgage life was residential. And then when COVID happened, it just changed the whole industry. No one could get a loan. People had challenging credit. They had forbearances. The history on the job wasn't long-term, and they couldn't go through the traditional hurdles. that I could take him through, not looking at the income, the credit, and time in business. So I think outside the bank, and I was told I make magic happen.
You truly are making magic happen because you're assisting business owners with the ability to purchase a building.
Building and whatever else, a builder, a fix and flip, a new construction, a business. Really, I could customize any loan to fit anyone. And if I can't, I'll tell them what they need to do so I can.
Are there requirements that the viewers may need to know in case they're thinking about, maybe they have some, credit issues?
No, I would say, to anyone they should call me, because if someone has bad credit, but they haven't experience in construction, or they have good credit, but they don't have experience, they don't have money, but they have something else. So I can't really say there's a guideline. It's, what could work for them.
Right. Okay. And what inspired you to get into this field? I know we talked a little bit in the beginning about, how you went into real estate and then, you wanted to help people in a different way. But what truly inspired you to enter into this world, this real estate lending world?
Just, talking to the people I did and seeing the challenges they went through and what they had to go through. Like, no one should have to go through that. What could I make a difference? So it's really just making a difference, because when I had my accident, I lost everything. And I know what it was like. And I see what people have to go through, and it's not a good thing. So it's just helping someone else.
Right. I love that. I love that you have a serving heart. And what do you think makes you different from someone else in this field?
Okay, so I've been doing this almost 35 years, and I built some strong relationships. And with those relationships, most of the deals I submit get done because I believe in the person. Mm-hmm. Just because this happened, I know that they're going to make the payments. I know they're going to succeed. So it's just, with my experience, I could fight for them. And most of the time I do get it done.
I love that. And I love that. I love the ending part. Most of the time I get it done.
Yeah.
I love that. Esther's your girl for sure. So Esther, what's one challenge that you faced or you have faced in your journey, and how did you overcome that? Like, what, for example, what is, maybe with your clients you had a deal that was, more difficult. How did you make that happen for the client?
I met a builder who had built 13 houses that they were all in foreclosure. Why were they in foreclosure? Someone filed a lien on him erroneously.
Oh, wow.
He didn't cause the problem, someone else did. So his credit is low. He has those foreclosures. A bank, you can't go to a bank and say, okay, I have a 550 credit score. I have 13 foreclosures. Why? Well, someone else filed a lien. Not our problem. It doesn't fit the guidelines, but he fits my guidelines.
Fantastic.
Yeah. He met my qualifications. I had all the documentation. I mean, it was a big article. And, he had all the documentation showing everything. It was dismissed from court. The man just lost 2 years of his life, 2 years. His whole life was in these 13 houses. So I want to help someone like that.
I love that you believe in your clients.
I do.
I love that. That's awesome. That's rare. It's rare because in my experience, someone in that profession, in your profession, or even my profession, a lot of individuals are transactional. Yeah. And you're more relationship building.
Someone's buying a 4-plex in Little Havana, and he's turning it into an 8-plex. He's putting $500,000 of rehab in. I'm financing that 100%. And he's putting 15% down, and he's a newbie. Newbie meaning he's never done a project that big. So I'm doing that. And I have someone else who bought a bank, and they've converted the bank into 4 food. One's a brewery, one's a taco, one's a ice cream, and no one will finance it because there's a vault in there. But I could get it done. And the brewery is not even complete yet, and I'm helping him refinance it. So those are some of the things I do.
Wait, the bank would not finance him because there's a vault in one of the...
Well, it was a bank building.
Okay.
And so, he bought that building to convert it into different things,
right?
Restaurant space. But no one likes to loan likes to loan money when there's a vault there.
Why?
Well, just because like if they had a foreclosed on the property, they would have to sell it to another bank. So they would have to take out everything that's there, and they would have to reuse it or resell it as a bank.
Is the vault in the brewery?
It is, yeah.
My mind is spinning with all the things that someone could do with a vault. Private dining,
Right.
wine racks. I mean, it's just, okay. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It does, because the resale. I don't even know how someone would get a vault out. I mean, aren't they permanent?
I think they are.
Now, if you had 3 takeaways, what would they be?
So a couple of takeaways I have 3 takeaways. 1, no doesn't mean no. It just means another way of structuring it. 2, always have an exit strategy. And 3, always make sure you have financing in place.
I love that.
When someone's getting into something, like someone's building a home, okay, you have an investor doing a fix and flip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's your exit strategy? Well, I'm going to refinance it into a long-term loan. So an exit strategy really for everyone, because you want to make sure what you get them in, they could get out of.
Right.
So, what is it? Okay, well, when I'm done with this, I'm going to refinance it. I'm going to rent it to this. Because the bank or the private banks I work with, they want to know the person does have an exit strategy.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I mean, it definitely makes sense.
Let me tell you a secret. Not everyone could do what I could do. I could help anyone get a loan. I will sit down with you. I will help strategize. Don't get discouraged, what other people say. Maybe your credit maybe you have a challenge on your credit. Maybe you don't show enough income. It could be anything. I give you the personal service that a big bank won't. I'm with you all the time. You could call me anytime, day, night. I'm there to help you through it.
Esta, tell me, what is one of the proudest moments, a win for you?
The biggest win was when there was hurricanes in Sanibel Island and someone needed my help. I got their loan closed in 10 days. And they paid $60,000 for insurance, but I got it done.
Wow. Well, naturally, I would think they would pay $60,000 after a hurricane. But that's crazy. That's awesome. 10 days. I don't even know that that's even the norm.
No,
absolutely not, especially after a hurricane, right? Oh my gosh. What motivates you to take on these very challenging applications? Most banks denied them. What is your why?
I love helping people and making a difference in their lives. And they are the most grateful people that I help. They're caring, just something happened in their lives beyond their control. And I just take the time and I spend it with them and I just make it happen.
It's a challenge.
It is. But I like doing things other people can't. Anyone could do a perfect loan, but I work with the ones that need help and making difference in people's lives, because people help make a difference in my life.
That's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for being on the show. But before we go, can you tell our viewers how they can get in touch with you, your phone number, your website, social media?
Yes. If you want to reach me, Esta Crompton, phone number 727-513-6893, Esta@ejnfinancial.com. My website is ejnfinancial.com, and you can find me on LinkedIn too, Esta Crompton.
All right. Until next time, keep that fire burning.